A poor boy suddenly became the owner of $100 million and somehow managed to spend every last dollar in only 6 days. He hired chauffeurs to drive him around in luxury cars, went on dates with a famous actress, bought an entire shopping mall, and even ate ice cream from giant family-sized tubs just because he could. But those purchases were nothing compared to what happened next. Wanting a place of his own, he bought a massive mansion and even built a huge amusement park inside the property. The most unbelievable part? The money originally belonged to a dangerous criminal. It all started when the boy was nearly hit by a car. His bicycle was completely destroyed in the accident. The driver got out, blamed the boy, and tried to leave without paying for the damage. However, the crowd quickly surrounded him and demanded compensation. With no way out, the driver reluctantly pulled out his checkbook. He planned to write a small amount and leave, but then he noticed several police officers nearby. The driver was actually a fugitive who had recently escaped from prison. Panicking, he handed the boy a blank check and ran away before anyone could recognize him. The boy stared at the check in disbelief. Then an idea came to mind. Using a computer, he entered an amount of $100 million, printed it onto the blank check, and took it straight to the bank. When the bank employee saw the amount, she nearly fainted. She couldn't believe a child could possibly own a check worth that much money. Suspicious, she immediately took it to the bank manager. The manager examined the check, sent the employee away, and then burned the check with a lighter. The boy assumed his plan had failed and sadly turned to leave. To his surprise, the manager called him back. He opened the bank vault, pulled out millions of dollars in cash, and instructed the boy to fill his bag with the money. At that exact moment, another man entered the bank carrying an identical check. As the boy was leaving, he accidentally bumped into him. The man picked up the boy's bag and immediately noticed how unusually heavy it was. Sensing danger, the boy quickly grabbed the bag and rushed out of the bank. A short time later, the man spoke with the manager. That's when both of them realized they had been tricked by a kid. To avoid suspicion, the boy created a fake identity online. He invented a wealthy businessman named Jack and pretended that Jack was the real owner of the money. Meanwhile, a mysterious millionaire suddenly started spending enormous amounts of cash all over the city. The unusual transactions caught the attention of a female police officer. Following the trail of money, she eventually traced it back to the boy. Using a banking investigation as an excuse, she arranged a meeting with the mysterious millionaire, Jack. The problem was simple. Jack didn't exist. He was nothing more than a fictional character created by the boy. However, when the boy saw how beautiful the police officer was, he came up with another plan. Pretending to be Jack's personal representative, he managed to invite her to dinner. To impress her, he even gave her a necklace worth $1 million. At the same time, the escaped criminal finally discovered that someone had taken his money. Furious, he began searching for the thief. By pure luck, he spotted the boy during his date with the police officer. The moment the boy saw him, he grabbed the officer's hand and sprinted toward his car. Fortunately, they managed to escape. But the criminal and the bank manager weren't about to give up. Before long, they tracked the boy down and demanded their $100 million back. Cornered and out of options, the boy finally confessed. He admitted the truth. The entire fortune was already gone. Every last dollar had been spent.